Today's video is brought to you by Oxedo LED lighting. You might think that you can see just fine at night. Well, I did too, until I did this little upgrade. As you can see from this footage, here is some before Oxedo LED lighting, and here is some after Oxedo LED lighting. The difference is amazing. With high brightness and easy installation, Oxedo LED lighting is definitely the route for you. They're easy to install, and they're available for all makes and models. Click on the link in the description below and enter promo code 612motorsports at checkout to get yourself 15% off. Now back to our video. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of 612 Motorsports with 39. As you can see, I've got the garden hose out here, and it was a little dirty underneath some of the wheel wells in the bottom side a little bit, so I did a little pre-soak on this side. I got to get the passenger side here, and we're going to let it kind of soak for a little bit, and then we're going to blast it and kind of give it a little scrub-a-dub and just have it clean. And then it can drip dry out here for a little bit, and then we got some work to do under the hood here, and you'll see that a little later. But let's get this thing wet and clean. So you can see here, this kind of stuff's what I'm talking about. Just kind of giving this a little blast to loosen it up, let it soak, and then get in here and clean with a rag and just keep it nice and clean. It's just the way it should be. Since there's not really a rear fender liner, you got to spray way up in there. So we did around the back side here, and we did the bottom of the fuel tank, which is over here. And so we just wanted to make sure we get all the bits nice and clean. So we're gonna keep spraying away here. I just want to get it wet. And you can see the dirt that's fallen off already. That's just from a light rinse, so it's not going to take a lot. We'll get up under these running boards good. boys and girls, don't roast me. I realize the lens on this camera is pretty well beat up and shot, so if the images aren't perfect, I apologize. We'll work on getting us a new camera rig here shortly. So we're cleaning this thing up here. As you saw, I kind of got everything underneath good, and decided to clean up the white walls here and also to do the spare tire. Now, when I opened the trunk and got the spare out, I could see a difference in there's like I don't know, it looks wet, right? Like an Armor All, or you used a protectant there, and that's from I'm thinking the petroleum of the tire or the two materials touching. So I want to clean that up, and I also want to clean up the wheel itself on the back side and get any of that, whatever it is, greasy, oily stuff off of the wheel here so that it doesn't transfer back inside. And then we are going to make this yellow wall a white wall again, and that'll look really snazzy in the trunk when we get it all done. We're going to use a little Comet and steel wool. Usually I use like an SOS pad where the soap is in there, but if you don't have one of those, this is the perfect alternative. So we're gonna soak these things up and get scrubbing. As you can see, the tan or the yellow is gone for the most part. I mean, it's still a little yellow, but it's a heck of a lot better. So we're gonna let this dry, and then we're gonna wipe her down, figure out what we're gonna do with it in the trunk here, but we're gonna let it dry up, and then we'll be back for some more. All right, it's the next day, and it's a gorgeous, beautiful day. Glad to be back down here at HQ. But anyways, we're going to be doing a little bit of touch-up stuff here on the 39 today. As you saw yesterday, or just a few minutes ago for you guys, we cleaned up the car underneath and scrubbed it down really nice, so everything is nice and clean here. But today we are going to be installing a new battery, and while we do that, we are going to be cleaning up some of the little nuts and bolts and firewall stuff over here. We are going to be replacing these little chrome acorn dress-up kits that come on some of these. These here, you can tell, a little crusty, and we just want it fresh. So we're going to swap that out, and some of these will be easier to get to with the battery out. And while we're also in here, we're going to chrome clean all this, do some aluminum polishing. We're going to see if we can clean up this intake down in here and kind of get that cleaned up. I would like to get rid of some of this fuel up in here and get rid of some of that before she really gets varnishy and whatnot. As you can see, you know, there's the little the little plunger is in there, and we don't want them to get gummed up or have anything happen there. So we're gonna just kind of go over everything, spruce it up, lubricate things that need it, and make sure everything is in really good working order. We're gonna clean up. We're gonna switch out actually some of the nuts and bolts here with nice stainless stuff, so all of the heads match, and just kind of spruce it up a little bit. It's those little things that you look at that can take your eye away from the pretty stuff when it goes to the not so pretty stuff. So we're going to do that. We also have to tackle this horn today. We are going to take that out so we can get to a couple of those little acorns on this side, but we want to see why it doesn't work. And maybe it's something as simple as a wire came loose or something of that nature, but that is on the agenda for today. So we're going to throw you on a tripod here and get cracking. Just wipe down the bottom of the hood on this side. You can tell quite a difference there. So we're going to go ahead, get this driver's side, and we're going to put a little coat of polish on there just to keep her looking snazzy as we can. It's kind of fun doing this stuff. Satisfying to see the before and after. You know, I like that. got some stuff pretty well cleaned up, nice and shiny. It's kind of a bugger getting in behind all these fins, but luckily enough I could spin this without spinning the belt and kind of get behind there. Bracket down yonder. Didn't want to do the intake. It could use some polishing, but ideally it would have to come off to do that, just so that you can get all of the little nooks and crannies. I am not going to be able to get my finger on every bit of surface area with any sort of consistency, so I'd rather leave it as is than have some spots look really good and some spots not look really good at all. Is this an omen, boys?